Today I want to show you how I automate content creation based off of my weekly meetings using Granola, Claude, and Notion. And I'm going to be giving you the two prompts that you need, the first one to set it up, and then the second one that will help you keep the project running as smoothly as possible. And finally, give you some tips along the way as to how I've set it up to make this the most efficient process possible. And so this right here is my ContentMine. It's a database in Notion, which is automatically populated by AI. So Claude grabs ideas from my Granola transcripts and puts them into this database without me having to actually do anything. The way I've got it set up is to pull two different types of ideas. First of all, ideas that would be good as LinkedIn posts, and then ideas that would be good as talking head, authentic rant videos to the camera. And so I split them into these two different categories. And then we also have the source meeting, so I can quickly know what meeting this idea was pulled from. And then we've also got the status. That way, when I think an idea is good, let's say this one right here, I can go and change it to in progress if I actually decide that I want to go ahead with this idea. So let's go ahead and open up this idea right here. Instagram's 30-day new account boost, batch produce before you launch. So this gives me a brief definition of what the idea is right here, but I've also got a more in-depth definition, like 1 or 2 lines as to what the idea and the main value part of the content actually is. What I also really like to do is actually drag a key quote. Sometimes it's really cool to be able to, reference people specifically, or maybe I'm making this a graphic or a carousel for a different platform. And then below that, we've actually got the LinkedIn post draft. And this is all based off of the conversation that we had in this meeting right here, a call with another content creator, Sabrine, who also works at Buffer. Now for this to work, you do need a Claude Pro account so you can connect to all the other tools with MCP. And to do it, it's very simple, right? We just want to go and click on settings. And in settings, we want to go to connectors. And from connectors, here you can essentially connect any external you want that accepts MCP. So for example, here I've got my Google Drive connected. I'm connected with Figma. I've given Claude access to my email, my calendar, but down here I've also got Granola and Notion. And now to add these, it's pretty simple. Go up here and click on Browse Connectors. And in here, if you search for the tool that you want to connect, you should be able to go and find it. So if you go and search for Notion, you can then go and find Notion, click Connect, and up here, you'll be able to click Connect, and then it will take you through the flow automatically, and it will give you all the instructions. And then same thing, let's say we want to go ahead and add Granola. It will basically take you through the same flow. You click connect, then you will be taken to your Granola account. You just need to verify the connection, and then it all should happen pretty automatically. You can then go and also configure the MCP. So for example, for Notion, right, we might want it to be able to write and read pages, but maybe not delete. And I ideally don't like Claude deleting any of my content just because AI can, sometimes still hallucinate. And if you're not familiar with MCP, this is how it works. And this is how it works for the setup. MCP essentially stands for Model Context Protocol, and it basically is all about giving more context to your AI. So the main LLM we're using here is Claude, but now obviously all of our meetings are being transcribed with Granola right here. When you connect through MCP, it essentially means that Claude can go and fetch all the information that it needs in Granola when it makes sense. Claude won't go and fetch from Granola if there's no reason to, but then it can take that data and craft the response that we want. And you can connect multiple tools to MCP, so it can then also go and query Notion. And the way we've configured Notion and the way it's configured automatically is that it can also actually go and interact with Notion and build information. So essentially, Claude is the brain and also the bridge between Granola and Notion. And so instead of copying and pasting all of the transcripts from Granola into Notion, or querying Granola itself and then copying and pasting the ideas manually, we're basically just setting up a custom Claude project with a custom prompt that has instructions that will tell Claude to fetch the information from Granola and turn relevant information into content ideas and put that in Notion, so we can then go and tackle some of those ideas and tackle it just like we would any other content database. And so if we wanted to dumb it down as simple as possible, the prompt that we would use is generate ideas from my Granola and put it in a Notion database. Except the prompt that we're going to use and the setup that we're going to do is a little bit more advanced than this, because the prompt and the guidelines and the restrictions you put within the prompt are the most important part to getting consistent and good results, because we don't want it to just pull every single idea it comes across, right? If we're not giving it enough guidelines and enough information as to what we're looking for, it will create a random database with loads of random ideas that won't be sorted the way we like it. That will be messy, and it will be ideas for content that we don't want. And so this right here is Granola. And I've actually made a full walkthrough video of how to use Granola, how to set it up, but essentially the link is in the description. You download it, and once you've downloaded it, you can then go and transcribe all of your calls without a bot joining that call. And so it transcribes the microphone of your computer or the AirPods or whatever mic you're using, and then it also transcribes the internal audio. So you get a full transcript of your call, and on top of that, it also generates nice clean looking notes for you. And so if we go back to this chat that I had with Sabrine right here, as you can see, we've got some in-depth notes. And now I'm going to blur this out because obviously I don't want to reveal all of the information from the call, but this is all of the information that Claude will get access to. And so everything that's in here, Claude will be able to use as context and source for ideas. Now, to begin the setup, we're going to be doing it using Claude, and we can only do this once we've set up MCP for Notion and Granola. And so as you can see here, we've got the prompt, create a new Notion database called ContentMine. And here you can name it essentially whatever you want. And I put with the following properties. And so I like to get the idea, the source, the format, the strength, which essentially ranks the ideas in terms of low, medium, or high based on different criteria that will feed it a little bit later. And then also the status. I like to keep it simple, but you can set up the Notion database how you want. And I also do want to mention that you can go and set up the Notion database manually and then link back to it from Claude, but it's just a lot easier to ask AI to do it for us. And so for the purpose of this tutorial, I've already got my ContentMine, so I'm just going to call this one YouTubeMine, and then we'll click generate. And now, as you can see, because Claude has MCP access, it's going ahead and it's querying and requesting all of the information and access that it needs from Notion to go and set up the database. And literally, in just a few seconds, it's now set it up. So if I go back to Notion, in my private pages right here, I have YouTubeMine. And if I open it up, we have the database with the exact structure. And so this is just a much more efficient way of creating Notion databases if we do it straight from within Claude. Now you'll notice at the bottom here, Claude is even asking me if I want to pull ideas from Granola to start populating it. And yes, that's 100% what we want to do. And it's likely suggesting this because it's what I already do. And also probably because it's got MCP access. Now what we want to do back in Claude is actually create a project. So if we go ahead and click on projects, here we can click on new project. And the reason we want to create and use a project is because every time we start a new chat and we request new ideas, we want it to follow the very specific instructions that we're about to give it. But first, let's name the project. So let's call this YouTubeMine, just so it aligns with the name that we've chosen for our Notion database. Here, we just give it a quick description of what we're trying to achieve. So I'm just going to use Whisper Flow. Automatically source ideas from my Granola meetings and plug them into Notion for me to turn into content later on. Now we go ahead and click Create Project. And here what we want to do is go to Instructions and do Edit Instructions. And this is where we want to paste this mega prompt that I'm going to put in the description down below as well, right? And you can actually go ahead and customize this and even create your own or adapt it using Claude. But essentially, it's doing quite a few things. First of all, we're telling Claude, and specifically the Claude that works within this project, YouTubeMine, what it's going to be doing and what its purpose is. And then we essentially want to break down every little step and every little part of the process into a little guide that it can follow. So for example, we've got how to process meetings, and then we've got the 3 different steps. Then we've got what to extract. So what type of ideas to look for. And this is a pretty important one because this will determine the ideas that automatically populate your Notion database. Here I like to skip anything that's generic or obvious because I like to extract ideas that are good and that could actually make good content. Then we've got how to rate videos. So remember I was talking about the high, medium and low ranking for Claude to determine what ideas might be better than others, because if we're sourcing a lot, we kind of want a priority list of what we should look at first. And then when it comes to what to create per idea, I like to create individual Notion cards per format. And so back in my Notion database, we had the LinkedIn post brief, or we had the talking head video brief. And so if one idea is a good piece of content for both formats, it will create 2 individual Notion cards. I think this is important because sometimes it will suggest the ideas for the LinkedIn post and a talking head video, but I might only turn it into a LinkedIn post. And that way I can move that one to in progress and then the other one to skip or just straight away put it in the trash. And then down here, we've got the page content. And so this is what is actually put on the Notion page itself. And so earlier, remember, we had a brief description of the idea. We had a key quote if there was one that it could pull out, but it says skip if no standout quote, right? So we don't just want to grab a quote for the sake of grabbing a quote. We only want a good quote. And then I like to have multiple hook options, the hook being one of the most important part of content. And then we've got the actual LinkedIn post draft itself. And then below this, we've got the same format for the talking head script cards. And I won't break this one down again, but it looks very similar and you can look at the prompt yourself. But a couple of really cool things. First of all, meeting tagging, right? I don't want to scrape every single meeting and pull every single meeting and source ideas from every single meeting that I have. And so this is why I've got this specific rule right here. Essentially, Granola, as of today, recording this video, you can't query a specific content folder. So I've got specific chats within this folder called content chats, but Granola MCP doesn't allow you to go and look at one specific folder yet. And so what I've done at the end of all of my calls, as you can see, is I've added -creator chat, -creator chat, -creator chat, -creator chat. And so all of the calls that have -creator chat on the end, as you can see right here, they're the ones that will get scraped. Occasionally I'll look at other meetings, but I'll put this warning sign in front of them because I don't want to source ideas and especially make content out of meetings that, shouldn't really be public information, because a lot of the stuff that I talk about, I want to keep it private to my strategy, to me, to my YouTube channel. And so if it does think there's a really good idea from those meetings, it will add the little warning emoji in front of it. And so if we go back to my original ContentMine, as you can see, we've got these little warning signs. But YouTubeMine, the one that we've just created, is still empty. So let's go and automatically populate it. And by the way, you want to make sure that you replace the name in the prompt at the top right here. So for example, we've just renamed this one to YouTubeMine, but if you've called yours something else, make sure that the name is correct so it goes and finds the correct database. Here I save the instructions, and now all we have to do is type in the prompt. And so again, I'm going to use Whisperflow, generate some content ideas and put them in Notion based off of my latest meeting notes. And now I simply hit generate or enter. And now this prompt right here usually isn't a very good prompt, right? Because it's generate content ideas. What kind of content ideas? Put them in Notion. Where do we put them in Notion? My latest meeting notes. Which meeting notes? But because we're using it in a project that has very clear, concise, and strict instructions, Claude knows exactly what to do. It knows what ideas it needs to find, it knows where it's going to find the ideas, and it knows where to put the ideas. All of this thanks to MCP. So we've given it a lot of context through the instructions, and it also has the context of where the meeting notes are and where they need to go. And that is actually the power of MCP. And so now we can actually see it's going through and looking at all of the meeting transcripts. And so if we go into Notion right here, we can already see that it started to pull ideas. And what I like to do is actually quickly go to settings and then go to group and then group them by format. So I can see the ideas that we've got for LinkedIn and also for Talking Head. And you'll even notice that we've got the little warning sign in front of one because it's pulled an idea from meeting notes that it's not sure about. And then on the right here, we've got the strength of the ideas. And so I could then go and open up this idea and then I can read through it, review it, expand on it, and essentially turn this into a LinkedIn post pretty quickly. And so based on real information nuggets that I got and real conversations that I have, I'm consistently generating content ideas that I can constantly pull from to use when, I can't think of something or I haven't had the time to think of. And what I really love about this is when I'm having these calls with other creators and AI enthusiasts, I don't have to, constantly focus on taking notes and try and write down. Like if I think of a good idea there and then, I know that it will be pulled by Claude from my Granola transcript and be put into my Notion database. And so every time I just need some YouTube ideas, I just go back here and I can literally type create ideas and then I prompt it again. And then thanks to the strict instructions, as we can see, it's going to go and pull some from Granola and put them in Notion. And so that's how to automate content creation with AI using Claude, Granola, and Notion. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment. And if you want to go more in depth and you want to chat with me about AI and join weekly calls where we go in depth on these types of topics, join the community in the description down below. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.